live button, Chief.
Let's do this.
We're live.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's Toasty and Beaver back at it. Decent little weekend for us. Last night in college basketball went pretty damn well. Picked up some couple units. Not a couple full units, but we did do pretty well. Shout out to Pittsburgh, our big play of the day yesterday, a big unit winner. We had them a plus 9.5, 20-point blowout winner. That was nice. I apologize for Boston U and Dartmouth. Look, if you guys were playing with me, you know Boston was down, 30 points in the second half. They came back to tie it just to lose by 15 in overtime. They had like a crazy 40-7 run or something crazy like that at the end of the game, and to lose it in overtime like that sucked. Both Boston U and Dartmouth both are on the other sides of those. Both of those teams had like 70-80% of the money. So it is what it is. Both overs hit, which never happened for me. So pretty happy about that with Nevada, Sam Houston State, and Texas Southern and Kansas. Today though we got a pretty fun set of games here. Obviously, it's feast week. It's just after Thanksgiving. These are one of the bigger times of college basketball. And it's nothing better than we get this ace. It's really, really fun. So we can just hop into it right now. We got Baylor, Marquette going on here. Guys, I really like this Marquette team. It's one of the things that it's one of the teams that I've been really watching, but I also really like this Baylor team. And Baylor, it's Scott Drew. They're very good. They're a national championship contender. They've got freshmen, they've got transfers, they've got returning production. The three guys for Baylor that you really got to take a look at is Cryer, Flagler, and Keontae George. Both of those guys have been awesome. Flagler's like the general. He's 15th in the country in assist rate and stuff like that. Very good point guard for Baylor. Not to mention, and then Cryer's another guy that just offensively very, very good. He missed a lot of the time last year for Baylor, 13 of the last 14 games or something like that. Now he's back. Really good player. Marquette, on the other hand, though, a really hard team to prepare for. Defensively, top 50 in the country. Offensively, top 70 in the country. They got guys like David Joplin and Tyler Kolek, all pretty decent guys. Look, I'm taking the points with Marquette. If you want to know why, I like them defensively. I really do. Baylor, again, this isn't a bet against Baylor, but this is really their first true road test this year. And they're going to go up to play Marquette. A Marquette team that really is hard to prepare for. They're long, they're lengthy, and they know how to defend. Their average possession length is 14 seconds. That's good for 5th in the country, so they're going to be getting up and down. They don't really shoot the three ball well, but they really shoot well from 2-point land. I'm all over Marquette here today, guys. I'm taking the points with Marquette. Give me the Golden Eagles plus 6.5 for 0.75 units. Again, Baylor, this isn't really a true bet against Baylor. This is more a bet on Marquette being able to get up and down and score some points against Baylor in their first road test. Teams haven't fared greatly in their first road test this year. I've actually been bitten a couple times with that. So, again, if this line was 2 or 3, maybe I look at Baylor, but 6.5, having to win by 7 for Baylor on the road in Marquette. Just can't do it. So give me the Golden Eagles plus the 6.5. Next game up, Virginia at Michigan, and I am so confused on this game. There's a big part of me that really wants to take Michigan here. I'm going to have to see where the line gets. I need at least 5 with Michigan. If Virginia starts taking money, I'd probably need it to get to about 5 with Michigan before I start looking at them. I'm not sure if I want to take my chances with Virginia. I understand how good Virginia has looked so far. If you guys remember, I told you guys I had Virginia as a national championship Final Four type team. They were one of the list of 5 that I had. I love this team. Tony Bennett, 5-0. Coach Tony Bennett, he was the WSU guy. He came over. Obviously, he has a national championship. They're 5-0 this year. They had Virginia has wins over Baylor, Illinois. They're both top 10. Virginia's both top 10 in minutes continuity and D1 experience on the floor. So obviously, they have guys that know what's going to happen. Michigan looks not great. They're 2-4 ATS. They looked really bad against Michigan State. Here's the issue for me. You're going to have probably the biggest game for Michigan of the year at home. Look, it's just really, really hard for me to lay it with Virginia here. When knowing that I'm going to get a Michigan team that's up for it, everybody's going to be betting Virginia. I think the line's 4 now. I just think this is a little bit of a buy low spot for Michigan, to be honest with you, with everybody being on Virginia. Michigan can spread the floor. They have some shooters. They're going to continue to get better shooting the ball. They're going to be at home. Like I said, I just really like it. Hunter Dickinson is one of those guys that one of the national player of the year type of guys. Kobe Bumpkin is another guy that I really like. Jet Howard, Terrence Williams, all these guys can shoot when they want to. Another thing with Michigan, they got a huge height advantage. They're 24th in the country in height. Virginia's around 200s. Another thing I really like about Michigan, they do not turn the ball over when they have the ball. 4th in the country in turnover percentage. Virginia does force some turnovers, but you have a guy and a team like Michigan that doesn't turn the ball over. The one concern I have with Michigan, and that's why I want that 5, at least 4.5, is the free throws. Michigan shooting 66.9% free throws. That's 262 in the country. That's the only thing that concerns me. But with the world probably betting Virginia here, I'm hoping to get a little bit better line with Michigan. But that's the way I'm looking. I'm looking at Michigan if we can get it at about 4.5 or 5.
Alrighty. Quadre is talking about the Wake Wisconsin game. We're going to talk about that as our last game of the day. Yeah,
absolutely. Penn State and Clemson. This is kind of a hard one for me. I think. What's the line at now? 1.5. Yeah, I think I'm going to take. I think I'm going to take Penn State here. Here's the reason. Number 1 in experience, Penn State. They have the oldest team. They shoot 3-pointers at the 7th best percentage in the country at 42.2%. The Penn State offense is fantastic. 34th in effective adjusted offensive efficiency, 10th effective field goal percentage. Everything they do good. It's led by Jalen Pickett. I really like this kid. That Cameron Winter kid starting to come into his own. Clemson, on the other hand, decent, 57th in offense. Look, I just think that Penn State's the better team. I think that, Clemson at home is probably a spot that people are starting to look at. And this, again, like Baylor, is their Penn State's first game on the road. But at the same time, I don't worry about Clemson like I worry about these other teams. I think that we have, with Penn State, we have by far the best player on the floor in Jalen Pickett. And the fact that we can shoot threes very well with Penn State, I really like that. Like I said, both of these teams are defense first. They're slow paced. They like to shoot the 3 ball. I just think Penn State has a little bit more weapons, and I am the best player on the floor. So I'm going to take the 1.5 with Penn State and go from there. Missouri and Wichita State. Look, one of these teams in Missouri has looked decent at times, but I'm not really sure if I trust them. That being said, Wichita State, on the other hand, hasn't been overly impressive, but at the same time, I do like what I have from them. They're kind of long, they're kind of lengthy. They play defense really well. They just don't score that well. And that's my issue. I just think it's a little bit of a short of a price. I lean Wichita State here. I really like when guys like Greg Porter and James Rojas, both of those guys can get to the cup. Porter's the guy you're going to see a lot. They're 74th in height. That's our average height. That's one thing that should be decent. But like I said, it's just really hard to get behind either one of these teams. The shot quality model has it 69-66 Missouri. So small lean to the Shockers at +2.5 at home. But that's kind of really hard. This one's kind of really hard for me. But like I said, small lean to Wichita State. I thought we were going to get 3.5 with the Shockers. Looks like it hasn't got there yet. So I would kind of wait to see where this one goes. Try to get it at 3 if possible. Wake Forest and Wisconsin. This is one of the games I posted last night. This line has been jumping all over. When it got posted last night, this was one of the games I wanted to bet right away. I wanted to be on Wisconsin for sure. Wake Forest for sure. It opened at 7.5. I bet it right away. I posted it right away. It moved to 5.5. It's back up to 6.5. It's bounced everywhere. Even right now, if you look at different books, it's up. I'm all over Wake Forest here today. Give me all those points in the world. Even if it's at 5.5, I'll gladly take it. First and foremost, both of these teams have been pretty good. Steve Forbes has his team out to an incredible start of the season. It's been really fun to watch them at 6-0 this year. The roster is going through a little bit of change, but it's the two guys that you got to worry about with Wake Forest is Tyree Appleby and what's that other kid's name? It's going to bother me. I just lost it. Wisconsin has been very good. Let's just start there. Wisconsin has been very good. Chucky Hedburn, Tyler Wall, Greg Gard, all those producing at a very high level. A couple really good performances by Wisconsin, especially against Dayton and stuff like that. And we kept big on them. Here's the issue with Wisconsin, and you're probably going to hear about it all day. When is the regression going to start hitting? Because the teams that Wisconsin has played have shot 26.4% from 3 on the regular season so far. And that is not something that I think is sustainable. I think that number is going to go up. Shot quality model says we got regression coming in our way for Wake Forest in the 3-ball. I'm all over. Like I said, I just think it's way too many points with a Wisconsin team that loves to play slow. They've, like I said, play well, but they're really bad from the 3-point range. Wake can shoot the 3-ball, guys. I guess that's where my issues with this game. Wake can shoot the 3-ball, 71st in the country at 36.9%. Their effective field goal percentage is 37th. Offensively, they can hang with these guys. They have more experience than Wisconsin does. They can average their average height is away, so it's not like Wisconsin's going to be a whole bunch of bigger guys, and it's going to be hard for Wake Forest to get the shot off. I think that Wisconsin's being way overvalued here today. I made this game like 2.5, 3, something like that. Wake Forest has played a couple games on a couple neutrals, so they haven't played an absolute away spot yet. But I think that it's just way too many points with Wake Forest. I think that they're going to be able to hit that 3-ball on a consistent, maybe not on a consistent basis, but at least a lot better than the 26% that Wisconsin's been used to. Neither team plays fast at all. As far as average possession length, Wake Forest is 83rd, so they play a little bit faster, but Wisconsin's at that snail pace at 327. So you put those teams together, Wisconsin's not going to try to get up and go fast. So as long as Wake Forest is getting some shots from deep like they have been all year, again, Wisconsin's defense great, but I think I'll take those shooters from Wake Forest in the 5.5 points or whatever you get it at. Try to get it at 6 at least if you can. Try to wait it out if possible. But Wake Forest is a side for me, and there's no question about it. Merchant Supply, I see you. I will text you. I saw your message on the VIP anything, I will send you a message on the VIP. I got you. No worries. That's it for me today. I will talk to you, be back here the same time, same place tomorrow. VIPs, I already have plays posted. And then I'll have another sheet out tomorrow, a little bit later here in a couple hours with some more plays as well. So just remember, guys, if you're a VIP, some people don't pay attention. I do post plays last night or early in the day. So whatever you want to look at it. It's last night for me. It's early in the morning for you East Coasters. But just make sure you guys check that out. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Let's have a great day, people. Alrighty.